Contextualization is the process of putting an idea into its context. Firstly, we identify the central debate topic of the question. Then we use our own knowledge to consider a suitable context. We know in our earlier example, transport is the main concept. In fact, that question does some contextualization for us. They give us a timeline from 1888 to today. So the context is the last 130 years. But not every question will do this, and we will look at different contextualization examples in the next lesson and in part 3 of this course. Another way of explaining the contextualize technique is by simply asking what is the trend with the topic. In this transport example, the trend is the significant growth of car ownership. So for your IELTS Task 2 essay, it can be a very useful strategy to find the core concept of the question and put it into context. Essentially, you are observing and commenting on a relevant trend. Your introduction can comment on this trend in relation to the past and now, and you can loop back to this point, projecting to the future in your conclusion. We will cover how to do this looping technique in more detail later. It can be useful to use the present perfect tense to do this trend or context commentary. For example, to say, the situation has changed. To explain more clearly, we will look at more contextualization examples in the next lesson. So we know that in our example question, transport and cars are a central topic. To contextualize this topic, we could say something like this. Car ownership started in the UK in 1888 and has grown steadily since then. Note how the present perfect tense works well. Ownership has grown. Here's some other potential IELTS question topics put into context. Population. That's an easy one. Let's add some academic language. The world's population has grown exponentially in the last few decades. Good, nice and simple. And health. What's a trend or context there? That's also easy. Health for most people is improving. Let's get a little bit critical and also talk about why. Medical science has improved significantly over the last century as drugs and treatments have advanced and led to improved health for many people. Great! That contextualization goes deeper and analyses both the cause and effect of improved medical science. The environment, another popular topic. This is something I'm interested in. I read about issues like climate change and pollution all the time. The quality of our environment is getting worse. That's the real context. In academic language, I would say something like this. The environment was relatively clean and healthy before the Industrial Revolution and has deteriorated in recent years as more countries have developed and industrialized. Again, this contextualization has more analysis of the key causes of the environmental problems, mass industrialization and development. So I'm using my own knowledge of the world to make these contextualization sentences. If you are not that familiar with issues like these, reading good news sources and other quality material can help give you views and knowledge about current affairs, and it will improve your vocabulary. See the links in the supplementary materials for my recommendations. Of course, you may have a better idea for your introduction or on how best to contextualize these concepts. But if you get stuck in the exam and cannot think of what to write, the contextualization technique can be a quick and easy solution.